other people. Make sure when y'all come, y'all hit that like button. Shout out to all the subscribers, 39,000. Next milestone, 100,000. Love y'all. Y'all know what it is. We at the top of the morning. Y'all already know what it is. It's Tuesday. We get into it. No squares, no circles. All good vibes, all good energy. I'm going to give y'all a couple of minutes to come on in before I talk about what I have to talk about. And also what I wanted to talk about of the update that I was gonna give y'all on a fire. Like I said, I don't usually speak on people that passed away because, like, at the end of the day, we do raw content. You hear me? And people that passed away can't come on our platform and speak for themselves. But I'm speaking on a situation because it was my uncle, so I'm gonna speak on my own. I'm gonna talk about my own first before I go put anybody else family and friends out there. So my family already know what I do. They already know what time it is. So I give it like I give it. I do what I do. But I know a lot of supporters and friends and family across Connecticut, Hartford itself, knew my uncle. But a lot of people didn't know that that was his building that caught fire either. You hear me? So, like a day after, which it would just happen Sunday. But at the end of the day, a lot of people just now finding out, and we just getting things in order, and kind of got an update yesterday on what kind of took place or what was said, and what happened, because a lot of people didn't know what was happening. How you doing, Lady Mahogany? So I'm about to get into this situation, like I say, for the Sunday fire that claimed one life in it, which was my uncle, and like I said, a lot of people out there didn't know, but now they starting to find out. So I'm gonna jump into it like this. So I want to say the incident happened around like 6 something in the morning on Sunday. I got a phone call from my sister around about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, saying that it was a fire in my uncle's building. But at that point, my sister already knew it was my uncle for some reason because the people that lived it in the building called the family and let them know, so on and so on and so on. So the first story that we had got was my uncle was in a house with his roommate. Well, he had somebody staying with him. And supposedly, my uncle put a pot of boiling water on a stove and they fell asleep. So the person that made it out the house, he giving the story because obvious he's alive. So we only could go with that story. So, but he told the cops, the ambulance, and the fire department that my uncle was born in a pot of water on a stove. They fell asleep. When he woke up, the house was smoking. He tried to run to go get my uncle up. My uncle wasn't responding. He wasn't getting up. So at the same time, I want to say, in the process of all that, of them having the water on the stove and the house smoking, they also had a candle lit out like towards the living room because my uncle got a one bedroom, so he only got a kitchen, a living room, and a bedroom. So I want to say, everything is all like kind of spaced in one room. So as he trying to help my uncle get up, he said he knocked the candle down, and from knocking the candle down, it caught the curtain, it caught his curtains. The curtains, catching on fire. That's when everything started catching on fire. He ran out the house. So that's the story that he gave. You hear me? So we had to wait till Monday to get the autopsy of what, you know what I'm saying, of what was the cause of him dying because 75% of his body got burnt in the fire. So we thinking, damn, my uncle got burnt in the fire. Holy shit. So they're investigating, they doing all this. So the autopsy came back. They say he passed away from smoke inhalation. So he was dead. So once again, when you go back to they had the boiling water on the stove, fell asleep. Obviously, we know that if the water burns out, the pot gonna start burning, everything gonna start smoking. But it wasn't a fire yet. What lit the fire was when he knocked the candle over, which he told the cops he knocked the candle over. And from the stuff like my uncle has like trash, not trash, but trash in the house. So shit just started catching fire. You know, the curtains. He had clothes on the floor. You know, shit started sparking. So everything just started catching on fire. So but at that point, not knowing, we thinking at that time he died in the fire. Okay. So like I said, the autopsy came back. So when the autopsy came back, it said that, you know, he died from smoke inhalation. Okay, so boom. His story pans out. His story pans out. So, you know what I'm saying? He was at the police station. He gave a statement on that's what happened. You feel me? But the streets talk. You know, the streets talk. So it goes like this. My uncle Daed, so obvious, he can't talk. But allegedly, the word on the street, see, y'all would think that, okay, like he said, my uncle had a pot of boiling water on the stove cooking and they both fell asleep. So that's the story that the roommate is giving. You heard me? Follow me, y'all. But the word on the street is, you know, because my uncle had a few people staying with him. You know, that's how he is, kind-hearted. Let people stay with him. They look out for him. So what the third party is saying is, one thing they know about my uncle and one thing they know about the person that was staying with him, was he trying to say that my uncle had the pot of water boiling on the stove. My uncle didn't have the pot of water boiling on the stove. He had the roommate. See, we trying to piece it all together like this. Okay, they went in the house, my uncle fell asleep. The roommate put the pot of water on the stove and he fell asleep. See, he trying to put it to like my uncle put the pot of water on the stove. You feel me? That's not what happened. I'm not trying to say that he did anything foul. It wasn't no foul play. That's not what I'm trying. It wasn't no foul play. So we could get the foul play out of here. You heard me? But I'ma say in a panicking mode to everything aspiring and what took place. At this point, I know my uncle didn't put the pot of water on the stove. So regardless, you know, it was a mistake, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You went to sleep and all hell broke loose. But at the end of the day, trying to cover it up a little bit because you don't want to take the blame, like because the fire started because of you, which was a mistake. Trying to put the part at that my uncle had the boiling water on the stove and they, you know what I'm saying, they fell asleep, but that's not what happened. My uncle was already asleep and his roommate put the pot of water on the stove. You heard me? So that's how that go. So I had to come up and get y'all update of that. You heard me? To let y'all know what's going on and what took place of that fire Sunday. We is having a memorial. We is having a repast for my uncle. But like I say, 75% of his body got burnt in the fire. But the fire and him burning up is not what killed him. He was already dead from the smoke inhalation. You hear me? So the smoke inhalation from them sleeping and with the pot of water burning, you know, you set a pot of water on the stove. If it burn out, it's gonna start smoking. So they must was sleep for a while, you know, and the shit just was burning, burning, burning. And when he woke up, oh shit, everything burning. He tried to run something. Like I said, it goes when you walk in my uncle's house, his room to the left, the kitchen straight, and his living room is to the right. His roommate was in the living room, then the kitchen, then the bedroom. So when he wakes up, he see all the smoke. He runs to my uncle's room. So like I said, now as he coming out the living room, he passed in the kitchen. My uncle got shit in the kitchen. You feel me? Clothes, garbage. And this motherfucker got a candle and he told the cops he knocked the candle over. But he had the candle lit. Feel me? So that's what ignited the fire. But my uncle was already dead due to the smoke inhalation of the pot of water on the stove that he claiming my uncle put on the stove and fell asleep. But My uncle ain't put the pot of water on the stove and fell asleep. My uncle fell asleep, and he put the pot of water on the stove and fell asleep. And then that's why I asked. That's what I asked. That's what I asked my aunt and them. Like, well, where was the fire alarms? Like, no fire alarms in the building, and that's a raggedy ass building right there on Spring Street. Like, I ain't gonna get into all that to say, about the slum lord. They got a real slum lord over there. You hear me? But at the same time, like I said, I had to give y'all that update of what's going on because a lot of people didn't know what was going on. So like I say, if y'all would listen to the beginning of what I said and now what I'm saying now, so far as the part to where that my uncle had the pot of water boiling on the stove. My uncle did not have no pot of water boiling on the stove. His roommate had the pot of water boiling on the stove and he fell asleep. My uncle was already asleep. You feel me? So at the end of the day, what up, Mike? Make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come in. At the end of the day, it's like a mistake happened and then you panic and try to cover the whole shit up. You hear me? But like I said, the streets talk, and I ain't gonna get into all that on how the information got about. Like I said, it's other people. We also got other family members on our other side of the family that live in the building. And we also got friends that live in the building. It's a whole unit. It's a whole U building, and it's a unit. You know what I'm saying? One of the units burnt out from the first floor to the third floor. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6-unit building, and it's shaped like a U. My uncle's side was on the left-hand side, which the left-hand side unit burnt out from the first floor to the third floor. And it's 2 sides, so the other side didn't burn. Just the front side of that unit, one of the units burnt. Everybody made it out safe. It was children's in the building because when we went there, people had to evacuate because it was pretty bad. It was a pretty bad fire. But like I say, the fire didn't kill him. It was the smoke inhalation. So before the fire even got ignited, because like I say, from the pot of water on the stove didn't start the fire. It's when allegedly he claiming when he was trying to help my uncle, things started falling down and the candle got knocked over, which he told the cops that he knocked the candle over. You heard me? So at the end of the day, they still investigating. They still feel that it wasn't foul play, but something's not adding up. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, the streets talk. So it ain't like the people that lived around in the building, the people that was in the area, wasn't gonna tell us or wasn't gonna reach out to us and let us know, like, yo, nah, like, it probably went like that, but not like that. But your uncle don't do that. I stay with your uncle, and this will be going on in his house. You know what I'm saying? Not putting the blame on nobody. Like I say, the police already ruled it out. No foul play. So y'all know what it is. You hear me? I'm just coming on with the after effects and the updates, and not my opinion, because I'm speaking off facts. You hear me? I don't speak off opinion. I'm speaking off facts. So, but a lot of shit, you got to allege because ain't nobody charged, and you can still get somebody charged of what you're saying. So, but I'm speaking pure facts. You hear me? I'm just ain't gonna put it out there. Who's telling me this and why they telling me this? But they just let me know that the story that he is giving, yeah, it's true, but part of it is not. You hear me? So we're gonna get down to why the whole thing happened and why he died from smoke ventilation by he claiming my uncle put the pot of water on the stove. So that just eliminate his wrongdoing of anything or any fire starting. You feel me? But my uncle ain't put that pot of water on the stove from the get-go. So we do know that. And I hope he do know we know that. So we not going on the story that he had a pot of water on the I'm not going with that story. You heard me? A lot of my other family members think something else happened. But like I said, the autopsy revealed itself who did drugs. So we know a lot more was going on in his house other than what we telling y'all what we showing or what's going on. You hear me? A lot. So at the end of the day, we know. So a lot of my family members expected like, oh shit, what he OD? Da 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 da. No, he did not OD. So the autopsy did not reveal he OD because we thinking that he had OD and he tried to cover it up by setting the fire, but that's not what happened. And we got that conclusion out of our heads. Soon we got to his house and then we spoke to a few people, like I said, that was there, that was paying attention. And the cameras around the building have audio. So at the end of the day, they hear him helping, trying to help my uncle on the cameras from their buildings, which their cameras work, and they cameras got audio, so you can hear the people talking. So they also took that in consideration because they see him on camera and they also hear him on camera trying to help my uncle. So at the end of the day, like I said, they already ruled out the foul play. The fire department and the Connecticut State Police is still investigating not a homicide, not a murder, but on how the fire got started. You feel me? A dead man can't talk. So my uncle ain't here no more. My condolences goes out to the family and friends. Y'all know what it is. Thanks for all the support, all that. Make sure when y'all coming, y'all comment to the video. Y'all know what it is. Condolences, Uncle Breeze. So at the end of the day, we know what's going on at this point. We know why he passed. We just trying to piece together on the information that was given to us to say that, well, did we know our uncle? Because at the end of the day, my uncle go to a lot of other places to eat, and people look out for him. So for at that time to be having a boiling water, because I'ma say the fire department came there around 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, but we don't know how long the house was smoking for. Whether the house was smoking for 4 hours, 3 hours, it had to been smoking real bad and for hours for the simple fact because he died from smoke inhalation and you just made it right out of the fire. You feel me? So why you ain't died if you was asleep for the smoke inhalation? You feel me? So once again, a dead man can't talk. So we got to take on the information that is given to us, and that's from his roommate. You heard me? We ain't talked to him, but the police, because he went to the police department, they talked to him. The ambulance, all of them talked to him, but the family ain't talked to him, and we ain't see this guy yet. You heard me? It's just people that's close to him, and people that know my uncle is coming to us like, yo, look at here. This probably happened like that, but this ain't happened like that. You heard me? Y'all know what it is. Make sure y'all hit them like buttons, y'all. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Make sure y'all comment. Shout out to all the cities. Shout out to all the states. Like I said, y'all already know I don't really go in on people that lost their lives, but like I said, this is my uncle. I can do that. Not to say my family totally agree, but I'm pretty sure they agree. Just make sure I go about it the right way and respectful. You heard me? Because we don't disrespect the dead. We don't disrespect people. And y'all already know what this platform's about. No squares, no circles. So at the end of the day, I'm talking about mines. And as y'all can see, when my father passed away, I talked about that. I post that. So just know, when y'all seeing those videos, go also take a good look at all the videos, because majority of the videos is my family, is my cousins, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. So you heard me? It ain't just what I'm showing. I'm trying to show a little bit of everybody. But when it comes down to my family, I show everybody. You heard me? So I start with home first to let y'all know, to let y'all see, well, shit, he just posted his father dead in the casket. You heard me? So going to show somebody else dead in the casket, it would be like, well, why would you do that to people's families and stuff like that? Hey, man, I did it with mine. So y'all know I'm not trying to make a joke or no situation of talking about dead people and posting dead people. That's not no joke. That's nothing to play with. And that also break family hard. So I'm not on that. But at the end of the day, DM me, let me know in certain situations, and whether y'all family members or people y'all know and y'all want me to promote that information, We get to it. You heard me? But it got to be y'all. Like I said, it can't be only me. When it comes to me, I got to bring y'all me. I got to bring y'all my vibes, my space. You heard me? My section. So at the end of the day, I put that on y'all to come how y'all gonna come. That's why this platform ain't just only for me. It's for all of us. Everybody got their ideas. Everybody got their opinion. Let's put that shit together and let's put it together. You hear me? A car ain't gonna work if all the parts ain't together. We got all the parts, but like I say in last videos, we got to start putting that shit together. You hear me? Because when it pop, it's gonna pop. So like I said, I had to come in and give an update on this situation on the Sunday fire that claimed one life, which were my uncles. Shout out to everybody that's been sending their condolences. Respect to y'all. Y'all know what it is. I love y'all. Y'all know how we coming. You hear me? So I hope that was a good update. I hope a lot of y'all was paying attention. I hope a lot of y'all was tuning in, tapping in. I see a lot of y'all commenting. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all. Make sure y'all be respectful to the chat. Shout out to my moderators. Without y'all, there's no me. Shout out to all the members that brought subscriptions to the channel. Y'all know what it is. We growing slow, but we growing, y'all. It take time, it take patience, and it's gonna take day by day. You heard me? But before you know it, 1 minute we gonna be here, the next minute we gonna be there. So we gotta be ready for the excitement. We gotta be ready for all this pressure that about to be hitting us, and all this news and journalists that we about to be getting into, and people gonna be tapping in. A lot of people ain't gonna be hating it. It's gonna be trolls. It's gonna be haters. It's gonna be people that gonna be envying us. So I'm just heading forward straight up. You hear me? Don't got time for it. No squares, no circles. Forget the hate. Forget the envy. I'm not trying to go that route. You hear me? I'm on a whole different path, whole different highway. But you welcome to come along on this journey, on this highway. You hear me? I'm not keeping it all for myself. But at the end of the day, if y'all want to come join the fun. Come join us. Make sure y'all check out our links in our bios. You hear me? We got all our social media platforms up there. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat. Just make sure y'all come check us out. You hear me? If y'all not followers, and shout out to the Instagram platform. We just hit 20K. So if y'all not followers on Instagram, make sure y'all come check us out on Instagram. Make sure y'all come follow us on TikTok. Shout out to the TikTok platform. Y'all know how we coming. To all the cities and states, y'all know what it is. All the countries, all the area codes, all the cities, all the towns, everybody that support us, everybody that want to tap in, hit us up. Y'all know what it is. We the third richest state. I'm trying to be the #1 promoter, the biggest journalist. I'm trying to set trends so the people that's coming behind us, they know how we got down. Oh, they was all on YouTube. Yeah, that's how we rocking. You heard me? Straight to the bag. That's how we trying to get to. Own businesses. We need to start doing all that. We need to just start coming together and just stop this hate. Let's stop the violence. Let's put down the guns, y'all. It ain't helping our communities. It ain't getting our children nowhere. And like I say, more guns, more violence only call for mass destruction to erase us out the way, to get us out the way. So we got to start really using our heads. We got to really start thinking for one another. We got to really start being truthful, heartful, you know, and just stop all the hate. You heard me? We all gonna die. So we all headed in the same path. You heard me? None of us need to be rushing to get there. I'm not trying to put you there before me, and I'm not trying to go before you. So at the end of the day, we're supposed to let God handle all that. You hear me? Not take it upon ourselves and our soul to demonize our soul. You heard me? Because the only thing we doing, the flesh ain't nothing. Because after the flesh gone, it's only our soul. So the only thing we could do is just hurt our souls from here. And that's what we need not to do. Get saved, do all that shit. Believe in God. Shout out to all the families out there. Like I said, thanks for all the condolences for everybody that reached out for my uncle. But like I said, I will be giving an update too. I want to say the 24th to 23rd is his funeral and the repast. But like I said, I'm going to keep y'all updated, and I'm going to keep y'all in tune with everything on that situation. Because like I said, that's my uncle. So at the end of the day, that's how I'm coming. That's how I'm striving. I'm going to talk about my own first. You hear me? But I'm not afraid to do that because I know I got all the support in the world. So at the end of the day, it's best to talk about it, to hold it in, because that'll eat you up even more. You hear me? So I'm not with the holding shit in. I'm with the just getting rid of it. You hear me? We don't got time to be dwelling on negativity and shit that happened, that got to happen. You hear me? Make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Thanks for subscribing. Y'all know what it is. We're at the top of the morning. Like I said, it's Tuesday. Good vibes, no squares, no circles, and we just had it where we supposed to be heading at. Like I said, I just got off Facebook. I was on Facebook for like 15, 20 minutes, letting people know because a lot of people on Facebook is not following us on YouTube. So at the end of the day, I just got to go platform to platform. After this, I'll be going on TikTok because there's a lot of followers that follow us on TikTok, but they don't follow us on other platforms. They need to. I need to get them this information and get that out because a lot of our followers and supporters and people that watch us know my family, knew my uncle, dealt with my uncle, just seen my uncle and all that. So it's gonna be on the 23rd. My cousin just told me, thanks, Mike. Machine Gun Mike just said it's gonna be on the 20. The funeral gonna be on February 23rd. So we still trying to decide where we gonna have the repast because a lot of stuff is booked. Like the West Indian Club is booked for that day. The sport, no, not the Sportsman. Yeah, I think the Sportsman was booked. The American Legion was booked. So a lot of them places that we usually get was booked for that day. So right now we just trying to figure out where the repast gonna be at. To all the supporters, anybody know any spots in Hartford on the south end or north end that we don't know, let us know. Tap in. Make sure y'all leave us a DM. So we try to get this repast there right. But the funeral gonna be on February 23rd. Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all tune in. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, man. A lot of people gonna miss him. You heard me? But at the end of the day, man, when God ready for you, he ready for you. You heard me? The Pine House booked. We called the Pine House yesterday. We called the American Legion, the Sportsman, the Party House, all that shit booked. The 23rd, everything on Main Street is booked. I think yesterday they tried to call 2550 because they got a hall in 2550. So I think they're gonna do that today. I also heard that they also got another hall right here down the avenue by the library, and they also got a spot on Homestead. So we ain't called those three spots yet. But all the major spots that we usually go to, everybody go to, is all booked. Everything on Main Street booked for the 23rd. Powerhouse booked. Party House booked. The shit in Bloomfield booked. All that shit booked. But we gotta keep it close, so people can make it. That's what but everybody ain't gonna be able to make it to East Hartford. You feel me? We trying to keep it in Hartford so a lot of his friends can make it. Cause he got a lot of friends and they don't have cars and stuff. So we really trying to make it to his perfection and just keep it in Hartford. So, a lot of his friends can make it. We know we gonna make it, but it's all about his friends. Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all coming with that good energy. Make sure y'all coming with that good vibe. Make sure y'all coming with all the respect, no disrespect. Y'all know how we get down. Like I said, good vibes. Yep. We starting this week off right. You heard me? That's how it's coming to me, y'all. That's how it's coming to me. Like I said, once again, y'all, the funeral gonna be on the 23rd of February. It says we love y'all for that. Connecticut Raw content. Jet Black, we are the people. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You hear me? That's me, Robert. What gonna let us use the car? Right. Huh? Yep. Jake. All right. So, at the end of the day, like I say, I had to come in, get y'all update, let y'all know what's going on. Cause like I said, the last video I made, I let y'all know that I was gonna get y'all update of what happened. So I had to come in with that good energy. Shout out to everybody that watched the video. Y'all know what it is. You heard me? So respect to the platform, respect to everybody. Make sure y'all share this video. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all comment. No squares, no circles. And I'll be going live again. Everybody keep their head up. Drive safety. Shout out to everybody that's going to work. Shout out to everybody that's getting off of work. Shout out to all y'all co-workers. We love y'all. Y'all know what it is. Stay tapped in. Make sure everybody got that notification bell on. And other than that, we are the people and we out.